Hey guys, Foolish Phil here, just doing a little reaction to signing day. This is like Christmas for college football junkies like me. And it's always a great day because it's like it just reiterates new promise, new potential, right? You sign like a Donovan Edwards on the line or J.J. McCarthy on the line. It's like, all right, it gives the fans hope, right? That's kind of the fun part. You get a new breath of life for your program. It's kind of just like the NFL draft where, hey, you drafted all these new players. Maybe this year the Lions will turn it around, or the Browns, or the teams that have been perennially bad, but then you can see, get a good draft, a couple good drafts. Hey, the Browns are 9-4 this year, much better, right? So, this class seems to be really heavy on the offensive side. I think you can draw two lines from that. One, Jim Harbaugh was told he's going to come back, or he told Michigan he's going to come back, and that the offense is mainly, the coaches are mainly going to stick around. Josh Gaddis seems to be a great recruiter. His guys came along. Still waiting on Xavier Worthy. I was filming this, so I don't know if he came or not. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. It was supposed to be at 4. It was like 4:30. I'm just going to do my video, so I'm not sure if he came to Michigan or not, or if he's going to Alabama. But the offense seems to be set. The other side of it, the defense seems to be going to have a big change. Scott Bell tweeted out, all you're seeing is offensive coaches waving, saying hi, welcome. The defensive coaches are nowhere to be seen. And not surprisingly, the defense is the ones that's had the flip so far. A linebacker, defensive end have flipped. So it's not surprising. Still, Michigan has a good class as of, like I said, 3:30 this afternoon. Michigan was ranked 10th, second in the Big Ten, all behind, obviously, Ohio State, who's battling Alabama for the number 1 spot. Alabama, Ohio State. Number 3 was Georgia, 4 Oregon, 5 LSU. So overall, this class, just speaking on Michigan, looks to be a really good offensive class. 5 offensive linemen, some good talent. Obviously, getting Donovan Edwards to sign on was a big pickup for Michigan in the offense and the running back especially. So good things on the offense. Defense, looks to be a good linebacker core. Again, though, you're going to have to wait to see if you can get some stuff from the transfer portal. A defensive tackle, obviously they're still waiting on Rooks, and maybe try to flip Benny from Michigan State. Cornerback, don't have anything there. They're hoping on one guy from Florida, I think it was. He's doing his announcement tonight. So you're hopeful. Michigan's really got to use the transfer portal to try to fill those holes. So defense definitely sends the signal that they're moving on from those coaches. You get those flips. I think the players were told the coaches aren't going to be back, which is fine. Don Brown's system has been figured out. If you got speedy wide receivers, you just get torched. You can't play man coverage all the time, especially when you cannot get defensive pressure on the quarterback. So, you got to change the coaches. And that's really what it's going to come down to. Harbaugh has to get coaches in there that can actually teach these players. Michigan gets the talent, another top 10-ish class. Every year, except for like one where it was like 24th, Michigan has been basically a top 10 class. Maybe one was an 11 and one was a 4 ranked. But Michigan has got to get better coaches to teach these players, and that's on Harbaugh now. He's got to get them in. Michigan hasn't done nearly as well. You can see it's kind of a steady decline since you had Brady Hoke's talent to this. And Michigan has got to get better coaches and train these players right. Overall, though, looking at the team rankings, I was a little surprised. Just looking at the Big Ten, Illinois gave up Lovie Smith. They're ranked 88th, the last that I think in the Big Ten. Purdue was 80. Indiana, they were 6-1 this year. You know what their class rank is? 72nd, 72. Like, you would think that they would have a better recruiting class. No. So it's kind of interesting that Tom Allen couldn't get a better recruiting class, even with a 6-1 year. You can kind of see that program projecting up. But they didn't get a good recruiting class. Penn State, 28. Rutgers, 31 with Greg Schiano. Minnesota, 32. I don't know if P.J. Fleck and Minnesota fans think that's a good class. Is it an average class? I'd just like to know. I don't know many Minnesota fans. If you are one, let me know. Iowa, 27. Maryland, 24. Michigan State, 23. Mel Tucker pulled some nice 4 stars. Good for them. Not so good for Michigan. Nebraska. Nebraska got the 19th rated class. So, some surprising things there. Gus Malzahn out of Auburn, Auburn's class dropped all the way down to the 52, 55 range. So you can see, you lose your coach, you get rid of your coach, and man, your class is going to be impacted. But sometimes, you know what? Just got to rip that Band-Aid off. So if Michigan's going to get rid of Harbaugh, oh man, all these players will transfer out and all that. So I think they're stuck with Harbaugh now. The thing is, he's got to hire new coaches to train these kids up well. Hey, just my foolish thoughts on recruiting day. Always fun. Always a great day to just kind of follow along, see who's coming and who's kind of up in the air, and do they flip, do they flop, whatever. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. And as always, I'll talk to you next time. Until then, go Blue.